Today we're with a boy War. We have a coaching subscriber session. We're going to be going through something specific. I've already broken down this gameplay before, but War had a couple of questions about specific areas. What's going on, War? How you been, bro?
I've been doing good. I've been doing good. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's 2 p.m. for me. I know it's quite early for you. War, you featured on the channel, I think, the most this year. You are the coaching subscriber of the year for me. We featured the most, been coaching your team as well. So super excited to get into this and Black Ops 6. So your first query you had was between 8 minutes and 9 minutes. You said the correct way to break a hill or to take control of a certain area is to get info so you can play an angle. And then, yes, question mark. So we're going to go through the 8 minutes and see, yeah, just give me your question, what you're talking about, and we'll go through, okay?
Yeah, like, I believe you say in the VOD.
Yeah.
In the VOD review, where you're like, oh, like, because where I was, you want me to, instead of just running in, I think I dolphin dive in and I get a kill, but you said because it was by pure luck.
Yeah, okay.
So I was saying, oh, like, the first step is I want to get info, I want to know where the enemies are.
Yeah.
I relay that to the team, I play angle, try to get an easy pick before I even...
So it's right here. It's right here. We're going to start right here, okay? This is the hill you're referring to, I assume.
I believe so as well.
Yeah, because it's 8 minutes, so it should be this hill. So first of all, we're going to start right here, okay? There's a few variables that's going to go on here. First of all four of you have spawned up here. There's a minute left on the hill, so we're going to think about their team, okay? What is their setup likely to be? So we're going through P4 right now, okay? Now, P4 has just started, therefore we're on the P4 spawns. P4 spawns are activated, so you're now going to be spawning. My mouse is a bit laggy because I'm streaming as well. You're going to be spawning around there, and you're going to be spawning around there, okay? But for now, for this exact moment, because you guys spawned on P3 spawns, you guys are spawning around here, okay? You guys spawning around this moment here. It's a little bit laggy. Let me see if I can... It's because can you go on my Discord by any chance? Like my Twitch? Okay, I think that should be fixed now. Perfect. Yeah, so like I was saying, right now, you guys are spawning at this point here because P3 spawns were activated. Now, let's assume the enemy knows this, okay? They're heading into P4. The first thing I'm thinking about, well, I want you to talk to me right now. As you guys are going 4 in, where do you expect them to roughly be in this scenario?
Well,
the new hill just popped.
Yeah, P4 just popped, so
yeah.
I'm assuming they're gonna be all around P4 area setting up. I was assuming they were gonna be like long or maybe like front office.
Yeah.
But yeah, but we should always keep P1 in consideration. We just went in.
So I would, for me, P1's the first thing I consider because when they're gonna be on this hill here, as they transition. Like P1 is the transitional route for them. Like they're going to go through here and they're going to always have somebody watching this cut because they know you're coming through there. So before we get into this one, I actually want to see what happened because why are you guys getting 4-piece first of all? Because this is where the domino effect starts to take place. So let's back away 10 seconds, okay? Because again, the play never starts where you think it does. It starts a little bit earlier. It kind of sets itself up. So let's go through here. 15 seconds left. You guys are going through. Bo's in one area, you're going through. Right now, I know they're going to be coming through your right. You know that they're around here, okay? But so we're backing off right now. Look what you're doing right now. As you're going through right now, I can already see a fault. And the fault for me is look at your centering and look at your preparation. You're worried about the new hard point, but right now you're not looking at your right-hand side. Just like we saw in a second, they're more than likely going to be spawning on your right. So right now, I would want you to expect them to be on your right. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, makes sense.
But look what you're doing. You're going through. Now, if a diamond player was standing on this head glitch and killed you, what would I have said to you? The gun skills are relevant, War. You died because you're not ready. Look where your centering is. Look at your preparation now. You're not ready. You're not ready at all. 10 seconds left. So now you go there and you expect them to be there. And again, look what you do. You go through, you're ready. So you kind of expected them to be there. You kind of half expected them. But again, the way you did it is you're not really like fully locked in, fully aimed down. Against a good player now, you're probably not going to win these gunfights. So right now, if he's pre-aiming you, he's going to fry you. Yeah, so you're running, you're kind of doing it, but not fully. Now you go through, now with 10 seconds left. If I pull this right now, why is there a scenario where you guys get 4-piece and lose the hill? It wasn't about that. It's about this. This is the first bit we need to go through. Like the fact that you guys died here is something we need to go through. So 2 variables right now, okay? There's 3 of you. There's 3 of you coming through this middle U area, and you have your equipment, okay? So what I want to see right now is a bait and switch between you guys. You know that they have one person on the old hill. Your teammate behind you should have your middle. He should have your back, okay? Now, a few things there. First of all, the angle that he's holding. Can you see your teammate's crosshair? What is the problem with this angle? You and him work together. What's the problem with this?
The dude could push out maybe, like try to he could get an angle and shoot me before my teammate could shoot him. Spot on. So that comes down to angles again. So you and your teammate should talk about that and like just go through and say, right, when I'm watching a certain area, try to cover my back. So right now, whoever your teammate is on the right, you guys should communicate often and say, right now, it's a good spot you're sitting for the push through. Look at the difference. Right now,
the guy behind you, if you look at my red dot, he could stand right here and kill you. And your teammate wouldn't be able to kill him just yet. So he should be in a better position to watch this area here. That's step number one, I would say, is a little bit of a thing to be careful of. The next thing is, let's see how you guys break this 2v3. I expect someone to be on the head glitches. So you as the AR right now, you have J-Rules on your left. You right now should watch the head glitches, let J-Rules push out, and trade effectively. Or if you want to go in first, you should let him do that. One of you should be watching over the other. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, like that's what I was saying. Like we should like get info before we even.
Yes, exactly. Because look what you did there. You look at your centering right now.
Like instead of doing this, I should like do a I should look over the whole point, throw a stun, and then challenge the point. Or I guess
you just need to shoulder it for info or bait one of your teammates. Like right now, one of you go in, one of you watch over, just for a second. That's it. But look what happens. Look, we're gonna play it now. The problem is that you're both running now. Right now, if this guy was on a head glitch, if this guy was standing right there, you've just given him a birthday present. Look at he's my man's smiling, bro. He's ready for you. You just let him get a free 2-piece. The fact that you did this is why I always say to you as well. I'm preparing for obvious scenarios. Is there a world war that this guy's on the head glitch? Is there a world where he's on there?
Yep.
And the fact that you didn't prepare for it now, look, you guys go through. You're watching this cut now. Even if he was on that head glitch, he's gonna fry your head, bro. He's on a head glitch. He's on a head glitch. He's going to fry you every single time. You're both out in the open. So you go through, you back away, and guess what? He's on the head glitch I mentioned. You go through and you get 2-pieced. Your teammate died through middle. So first of all, Bo has to be in a better position to watch middle there. And second of all, you and Jay, who is it? You and Jay, or you and Oct? Yeah, you and Jay can't die there as well. Now you guys get 4-pieced. So I haven't even begun to talk about the problem after. This is the initial problem we need to work through. It's your teamwork. Stun, nade, one of you shoulder. Now in another world right now, Bo's sitting in a better angle. So Bo's sitting in a better angle, he's got your flank. Right now, you let J-Rules go in. J-Rules' job right now is to bait the first player. So J-Rules dolphin dives to the left, and guess what? You pre-aim over, you watch the head glitch. A lot smoother, a lot easier. Easy hard point now. You guys got the hill, you're chilling. Right there, you take your time. You're sprinting, you're jumping out. Just like I mentioned earlier. Yo, bro, War, you have a good gun skill, and you are the AR right now. But if I'm a better player than you, or if I'm the same level as you, and I'm on this head glitch, I'm going to win the gunfight. Why are you giving them a chance? Yeah. Why are you letting them have a chance here? By jumping out right now with your centrings in the middle. We don't want that, okay? We take your time. Your teammate's with you. Let him go in. Let him go left. As he goes left, what you need to get better at then is getting that kill before he kills your teammate. But I trust your shot to do that. I trust your shot. As your teammate goes to the left and this guy peeks and he's shooting your teammate, you can then fry him. And I think you have a good shot to do that. But doing this is never benefiting your teammates, okay? Mm-hmm. Rather, you end up dying from 2 angles. Remember, by the way, this is what we spoke about earlier. This is why I like to say things in advance to show you that I know what I'm talking about. Before it happens, potential things that could happen. You see right there, the guy that kills Bo, look at the angle. He opens up and kills you. Now you get 4-piece, okay? Now, you guys just got 4-piece, and we know 2 of them are middle. They know you're going to spawn on the right. We need a cruise there. So now you're calling out, we need a cruise. So again, this is where I think you guys could have played a bit differently. If you're going to cruise right now, why not go through the left-hand side and cruise together? Why did you guys all go through the middle here? I would have personally preferred you guys sending 2 through, like maybe 1 through vents, maybe 2 through vents and 2 through middle, because it all comes down to choke points. What you guys did here is you guys all went through the same area, and it never is going to work out because then there's so many of you guys going through one area, they're always going to hold the angle. Like I would have preferred 2 of you going through this cut and 2 of you going through middle. You see where I'm coming from? Like this choke for me, it's just not an effective, because thing is, if there was no team killing, I would say maybe, but because of team killing, sometimes the player at the back is scared to shoot. Like if you're all 4 going through this area, one of you is going to be ineffective. I would rather you go for different areas, different angles. So let's play this out together now. This is the bit we actually were going to talk about. So we go through. Again, you have the AR, you have 2 people in front of you. So what should you do? You should stay with an AR and watch over them. You got Simp and Abizi right in front of you and you're selling them right now. You're not going to run with your gun up. You're going to have your AR out and use your SMGs as bait. You're going to let them bait for you and get those kills. Your job is to try and get those kills before they die. That's your job here. If you can do that, then you're in a really good position, okay? You should get the kills regardless, but if you can get them before they die, you're perfect. Make sense?
Yeah, I see.
Perfect. Now let's go through. Let's see what happens there. So now he uses a cruise. Bo goes in. Again, Bo goes in. This is the little pacing thing right now. As Bo goes in, one of you should watch the left, one of you should watch the right, and just go together a little bit. You see how Bo's there and you're both holding the angle? The disconnect right now is too far for me. Like, you're watching over him, but not from the better angle. I would have preferred you being up here because your teammate's got your left. So you could have at least watched Bo's right properly. You see? Again, it's just these micro adjustments. Like, you're not in a bad spot, but you could be in a bit of a better spot. And now you go through, you end up getting that kill, but your teammate's dead now. And like I said from earlier, because you're all four going from that area, it's never going to work out. I don't like the cruise until you guys split. If you guys went through middle and then cruise, it would have made more sense to me. Because now he's cruising, but you guys all went from one cut. Think about it from this scenario, bro. What's easier to hold? What's easier to hold? So what's easier to do? Is it to push and break the hill from this area here with 4 of you pushing through, or hold it with 3 of them from there, from different angles? It's always going to be easier for them because they have different angles, you see? And that's the thing I think you guys didn't do well, is split through different angles. You guys all went through the same angle, same angle, same angle, and that's what kind of messed you guys up there.
Like in a scenario like that, with when all 4 of us spawn up because we're all 4 dead.
Yeah.
How do you like keep like momentum, or how do you not like have tunnel vision? Because I think that's what our problem was. But we all wanted to get to the point as fast as we can. We didn't take a step back.
And that's the problem. That you shouldn't want to get to the point as fast as you can. You should want to think long term of breaking the hill. If you watch Atlanta FaZe, what they do, they don't rush to the hill. They actually take the longest time to set up the pushes. But you just said it right there. The easiest thing to do is to head rush the hill, right? The easier thing to do. But the problem is this. Like, the problem is this. Now you've wasted 15 seconds and you haven't even pushed up. But what I would have preferred is, as soon as you spawn, look at the score and say, right, I'm going to give them 20 seconds. I'm going to give them 20 and guarantee a break and get 40. You need to look at the game as a long-term thing. Now, I'm not saying do that every single hill, but certain times when they get a fresh 4 down and you guys are all dead like this, give them the first 15 by setting up a long-term push, especially if you're going to invest a cruise here, bro. Especially if you're going to invest a cruise. My point was this, like, if one of you, like right now, J Rules goes left, maybe you take a longer route, go left, you break through lobby together, and then at least that way you're pinching it through a different area. It just makes it a little bit harder for them to play. Like, I just don't like all 4 of you going through one area, especially when they're holding the car. It's always going to be difficult to break.
Okay.
Because now you're doing the same thing. What you're doing now, this is the push I wanted you guys to go through, by the way. Because you have a cruise, I would prefer you guys going through the left, using your cruise for information, and then going through. Let's see what happens here, though. So right now you're watching over. That wasn't actually a bad play from you, but it comes down to timing again. It was one of those where...
I showed too much of my body. I could have...
Yeah, I think that's fair. Better. Yeah, but again, I don't think it was a bad play. I think you played it smart, but it was just one of those, you showed a little bit too much of your body. Because your teammates aren't there, it's just, again, thinking about it from their perspective. Just like you predicted them to be on this head glitch, just like you predicted them, they also predicted you, bro. So just like you predicted them, they predicted you, but because you're the one being aggressive, they're already pre-aiming you. So you want to come a little bit sharp around the corner, a little bit into cover, and try the same thing. But yeah, now you go through, and I think that was kind of a big thing of just like being a bit more effective there. And like breaking it, because like I think you guys have more of a chance of breaking it like this than you did the other side. But yeah, that was that first point. Any questions on that one?
I guess like, how would you
now go for it. Wherever, even if it's...
How would you like communicate like that? Like, so like, oh, we're like, oh, give him 15 seconds so we could set up a good break. How would you say that within like 3 seconds?
Yeah, I hear you. So when you're spawning up, so I think again, it comes down to the urgency of comms, right? So I 100% get what you're saying. So right now, when you all die, maybe you guys have a word. This is what I'm saying. This depends on the team. So what I personally would say is, right, you guys need a word. That word basically means, so let's slow it down and spread the push. So normally you guys are running. But if someone says, yo, reset, the word reset should mean, let's think for 1 second and make a play together. Now, like right now, this is what I would say. I reset. Okay, reset. And then I'm like, yo, all right, Bo, go right. Yo, Rules, come with me left, bro. Rules, come with me left. And then,
okay.
Yeah, just like, that's it. Just, yo, reset. Rules, come with me through left. Bo, go through right. That's something like that. Okay? Now, right now.
I think in this scenario,
yeah.
I forgot who is it, but somebody tries to say like a full play, right?
Yeah.
He's still talking, and then we all die. Like, oh, it was.
Yeah, no, I heard that. But right there, like, if you just if you have a team word, bro, if you just say as a team, yo, if we say reset, that means just for 2 seconds, stop and think. And this is the thing, you might make the wrong play, War. You might make the wrong play, but it's a learning curve. That's the thing. I don't mind you making the wrong play because then you have this to look back at. So if you say reset right now, yo, reset. All right. You see Bo going right. If you say right now, yo, reset, yo, Rules, come lobby with me. Go through vent. I mean, you go round. Like, you're the player in the back right now. I want to see you take charge. For me, I want you to be the leader of this team and say, yo, reset. Yo, Bo, wait for us to pinch. He waits here. And then you've automatically bought yourself time, right? Because you're saying, wait for us to pinch. You tell Rules to go through vent, and then you go through the left. You go through the left here. and you and Rules pinch together. As Rules goes through and shoulders vent, you come through this area. Now, by the time you guys get there, Bo's pushed up and he should be waiting for you at this point. He should be waiting for you and shouldering for information, okay? And then Octi spawns up and he goes with Bo. Why? Because 2 of you are on the left. Logically, he should be with Bo here. And then you guys are 2-2 split. So it will only take an extra 10 seconds. Now, if you guys try the word reset and you feel like it's not working, try something else. But for me, that's a good way of doing it. Just say, yo, reset, reset. And then you guys know, slow down for a second and think of a play to do.
Okay.
That's what I would do. What do you think?
Yeah, because we have a word for just like ego challenging. Like we have a word for that. Like like for trading, we have words for that.
Yeah, that's perfect. There you go. Perfect. I didn't even know that, but it makes sense. Because if you say weak, but you don't want him to trade, that's fine. Because another thing I realized is you guys is when someone's weak, you guys lose your power spots. But if you say like, yo, trade or something, whatever your word is, then they know to give up and trade because it makes a better play. So you should have certain words that trigger certain things. And again, that comes down to team comms, comes down to stuff like that. If you say the word reset, that means, yo, let's take our time. Let's spend 10 seconds to set up a push, because if we just use our momentum and push through, we're going to waste 20 seconds. So sometimes you can waste 10 to set up a big push, only when you're full down. And this scenario is a very unique one. You guys got 4-piece and you're across the map. So you can take 20 seconds and set up a big push, especially war, because you're using a cruise missile. The fact that you're using a cruise missile and you're all running and running and running and you're not like waiting. Now look, bro, he's going down for a cruise. You go through, he ends up dying. It's just a bit of a mess. Next one was 9 minutes 30. You said, would it have been better for me to jump on the bar counter of the point to bait the enemy in?
This is really picky. This is really picky.
Or, no, that's fine. That's fine. Or did I get bad timing? Okay, so when you get bad timing, that's okay. We're going to go through it and I'm going to explain my thought process. It all comes down to this. P1. I'm trying to make you guys perfect, but you're never going to play perfect. You're never, ever going to play perfect, but we're going to try to get you as close to perfect as possible so that you learn, okay? I'm going to be very picky with you guys. So I like these picky questions. Would it have been better for me to jump on the bar counter to bait the enemy in, or did I get bad timing and should I never have turned my back to get out the point in the first place? So let me back away again. Let's set something up here. So right now you guys are breaking this point. You guys are breaking P1. Let's see what happens, okay? Context is important, remember. So right now you guys go through. Okay.
This is why I jump out.
Oh yeah. This is a bad play. This is a bad play. Terrible play. I spoke this in detail. Terrible play. And again, it's the what if. Before we even get to your point, all right. Right now, War, where are they? I want you to tell me exactly where they are.
One was behind the couch. Another one was proning behind P1.
How do you know that?
And then I know that. I played the game.
Why? How do you know he's not on your left?
Because I think process of elimination, I think I had one in my head. One was white.
But how do you know he's not on your left?
Was B-bomb.
How do you know he's not on your left? You don't. You don't know he's not on your left. That's the point. Right now, we back away. Right now, no. Let's play your. All right, right now, your teammate dies right now. You have no clue where they are right now. Your teammate just dies right now. Look where your teammate dies to me. He dies in you. He dies in you. Okay. So you can. There's no way you can tell me where they are right now. You can guess where they are, but you cannot tell me for a fact that no one's in you. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is my thought process. You are the first player. You are the AR. This is what you do constantly. You have the gun skill right now. Stop right now. Stop right now. You are the furthest pushed out. You right now are simply gaining information, okay? There's a few things you can do here. First of all, you can watch over. The second thing is you can check your right corner, check your pull steps, and check this area from where you are. But for me, the biggest danger zone is this area here. Now, I've got a question for you. When you and Bo are playing, this is really important. When you and Bo are playing and you guys are on that side and you're standing on that head glitch, where is Bo normally sitting?
If we have him in
right here.
Usually
when you guys are on S&D on defense or you guys are holding middle, Bo is sitting right here and you're sitting right there. You guys have a you guys have a cross, and that's a perfect setup because you guys have a crossfire. But my point is this: you being the first player here, you should never just jump in like this. You should never jump in, because imagine if right now, let's stop. Imagine if you died to the guy behind you at you. Your whole team now are trapped in lobby with less numbers and no map pressure. So right now, you could have got this kill from that head glitch back here. You could have stayed where you were, at least checked it. I think at least chuck a stun here. That's my only thing here, bro. Before you jump out, because yes, you didn't die here.
I swear with those stuns. Like after watching the movie, I swear with those stuns.
But do you see where I'm coming from? Again, I'm being very picky. But for me, this is everything. Because if you die here, you've just lost this whole play. And that's why sometimes I say just slow down for 1 second. And just for 1 second, just think, what am I doing as a main AR? Why am I jumping down being the first player in? I've got a teammate right next to me. Why can't I watch over them? Because now you go through and look, oh my God, there was someone right there. That's my red dot, I'm tweaking. I was like, oh my God, there's someone right there. That's the one I drew on. So now you go through, And right now, who's got middle? Who's got the U? Just the place we're constantly talking about. Who's got you right now?
Nobody.
No one. No one's got you. So that's why I wanted you to at least clear earlier. Let's play it out. No one's got you, no one's got you. Now that was about 5 to 10 seconds that you was empty. Now, my point is that should never be able to happen. We should never even give them that 5-10 seconds for you to be empty. We should at least be like ready for it or using something, okay? So what was your question on this? Your question was, would it have been better for me to jump on the bar or did I get bad timing?
I think it's when it's going to pop. So maybe like 10 seconds later. It's when I'm
right
on the
now,
other side of the point.
Okay, so right now, by the way, this is okay what you guys are doing. Now, the only thing I would say is until it's all down to timing, okay, War? So until your teammate gets to this area here, there is a chance that J Rules dies to the guy pull steps. As soon as your teammate gets to this head glitch here, that player here is not really going to kill your teammate. So for the next 3 seconds, you could potentially watch over J Rules until your teammate gets that head glitch. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? So for the next like 2 seconds maybe. So again, it comes down to timing. And that's why I think it's important to understand that. So right now, if I back away, like right now, again, we went through this first play. I think it was a good shot from you, but again, watching the left, I would have preferred that. You go through. Now, I like it. Great stun, by the way. Great stun. What I personally would have said right now is as soon as I see this scenario, I'm cooking my grenade because you're not doing anything else here. So you either cook a frag grenade and chuck it on the pull steps, or you chuck it in the hill where you just stunned him. That's what I would say, first of all. Second of all, like I said, down to timing right now. Look what your teammates are watching. Both of your teammates are watching the cross to the left. Both of your teammates are watching the cross to the left. Rules has got behind you. Your teammates got you. Your other teammates watching the middle area, okay? So I would have said maybe just peek up for a second, and then crouch again. Just so they, like, you can see what's happening here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, nah.
Because right now, you could be useful and play your life still. You can get information without dying just by standing up for a second, just making sure no one's there. And if no one's there, you could just hold the angle. You could just hold it, and if someone's there, you could crouch again. Because right now you're doing nothing, you're doing nothing.
For those 3 seconds.
Exactly.
Like, we have no information on
exactly,
that.
Exactly. Now look, guess what? He's dead and kills your teammate. If you stood up, right, you would have seen him. You would have seen him, and then you could have proned again, and J Rules wouldn't have pushed through. Now, I don't think he needs to push through there because your teammate set up a pinch. But if he does, that's fine. But right now, this is where you should react again and maybe stand up here, which you do. So great kill there. Great kill there. And that's what I wanted you to do earlier. Again, being a bit more proactive. So right now, look what you did here. Exactly what you did just a bit earlier. When your teammate, like now, right now, there you go. Good play. Now you go through. This is fine. I like that from you. Good aggression, good pinch. Okay, great play. Now, I think this is where you are asking the question.
Yeah, right here.
Okay, so let's think about what's happening. Let's think about what's happening here. Your teammate's watching your left. Okay, let's play it. Let's play this together. So was it here?
I was in the back.
No. I'm on the other side of the point.
Oh, sorry, the new hill you're talking about. Okay. That.
What? Wait, am I drunk? Wait, no. It didn't happen yet.
Are you sure?
It was on P1 though.
Are you sure? I mean, it has to have happened then.
What?
You said, would it have been better for me to jump on the bar?
What is the time type?
9:30 to 9:50. So this display here, 9:30 to 9:50. What did you think in your head? What was the question you had for me? I know you're very hard to remember, but
because I remember the scenario. I'm proning on the point, and I check my back. I think
it's this. I think it's that you're probably saying.
I try to get off the point.
Yeah.
And it gets contested. And the millisecond it gets contested, I get shot in my back. So I was thinking, oh, is it better for me to just do like to hop on the bar, so it shows that I'm out of the point, baiting the enemy.
I think you might get your timestamp wrong then, because that's not happening right now.
Okay, yeah, I got.
Well, let's go through this bit here. Let's go through this bit right there. That right there. You knew they were coming lobby. You played it fine. That was just a micro adjustment, like. Now, right there, you see you're holding it, you just hold that angle for it. Like, you just held it and then you stopped. You didn't really hold it with purpose. That's all it was. Right there, you played it fine. Literally, the only thing is right there, just as you're going around that corner, just hold that angle. Literally, just hold it. You didn't even hold it. You just went around and then backed away. That's all it was. Like, that was nothing crazy. It was just, yeah. You go through again. Maybe right now, just hold your left a bit more. That's it. Nothing really crazy. It wasn't a bad play from you. It was one of those timing things. See, you go through. Yeah, it's just a timing thing. To be honest with you, that's okay. That's not the end of the world. Maybe you could have backed away. Maybe like again, been a bit more like aggressive on the left by watching it. You didn't really watch it properly, but it was nothing crazy. Okay, that one was a bit, we went through the other point anyways. I don't think this is the right VOD you're talking about, bro. Because look at the timestamps. You're talking about 33 minutes, and this has only got 12 minutes on it. Oh, I know why. You're talking about the VOD I sent you, bro. You're talking about from my video. Chat, let me open up my video and we'll get it back. So, War gave me the wrong VOD. War gave me the wrong VOD to review. It's okay, though. It's okay.
I've got the wrong VOD. What are you talking about?
I've got the wrong VOD. We'll let War have it. So, we're actually going to go through this play. So, you said the correct way to break a hill is to play an angle and then pinch your teammates. So, right now, let's go through what's going on. You and your teammates are pinching together right now. This is fine. You guys are pinching together. This is great. We know that they're going to be holding an angle right now. Let's see what you do and what you should have done. I haven't even seen it yet, but I can. So what I said in the comms as well is somebody should be on your left there. So right now in this scenario, you guys got 4 pieces at the start, whatever happened. They're going to be set up. So they're going to be watching these angles more. So it's down to you guys to trade effectively. Let's see what happens. So right now, the first things first is the angle you're taking. So you're expecting them to be on your right. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So if you're going to expect them to be on the right, what if there's somebody in your left corner? Remember where Rules was earlier, where J Rules was? What if there's somebody right there? Or what if somebody's playing that deep head glitch? They're going to be watching these pull steps. So what you know from earlier is you don't want to be standing on the right side of the steps to check the right angle. You need to be standing on the left side of the steps to check the right angle. It's all about angles. Just like if you were checking the left here, you would be standing on the right. You need to go to the opposite angle to stretch the map out. So right now you go through. There could be someone on your left there. And look, you're going to go across and you're just going to jump in. Again, you saw him. You didn't have to jump in like that. You could easily get that kill.
Yep.
Space. Okay, it's just lagging a little bit. The weird thing is because I'm rewinding it. So yeah, let's go through and see what you could have done. So I think all you needed to do there was shoot that first guy. Like right there, just shoot him and back away.
I could have played the close left. I could be close left.
Yeah.
Did a whole sweep, killed them before I even. And then
or even if you're going
to push up white.
Even if you're going to get this kill, don't stand here, like back in the corner, like stand left corner and watch the right, because then you could then expose together. Look what you do here. You go through and you push out. And again, you're getting very lucky. You're getting lucky that no one else is behind you. But yeah, right there, dolphin diving, there was just literally no need. For me, against a better player, if that guy's behind you, he's going to fry you every time. Because he's actually shooting you. The fact that he misses shots, let you guys get through. So now you get through and then you turn around. But they should never let you have that much time. That was a key thing for me. Against a better player, you're going to die straight away, and then this whole thing is irrelevant. You got extremely lucky here. Because you just jumped through and you got really lucky. Just like I said in the VOD, you got really lucky there. Does that make sense? Yeah? Like, it wasn't about play pinching. The concept was fine. The execution for me was just flawed. Like, right now, you see him, instead of jumping in, you just completely left your left. Your whole left was tunnel vision. They could have easily been standing there, but instead you jump in, you're actually getting shot. If I pull this right now, there are 2 people behind you. One right there, and let's say one's on top. They kill you, and then they kill your teammate. I'm saying the same thing I'm saying now. The fact that you're getting through, I think is very lucky. We don't want to rely on that luck. Because look, you guys getting through, but you look back and say, wow, that was lucky. So you don't need to dolphin dive in.
I should use my common sense because, you know, the point's red. Somebody's on the point. I went in acting like nobody was on point.
Yeah, you literally went in like no one was there, and that you have active camera. Like right now, for me, they're easily going to have somebody on the left. Watch, I'm more surprised that they didn't kill you. I'm just more surprised they didn't kill you. But you just jumping in like that is just, if I pause this right now and said, War, are you going to die or survive? You're probably going to say you're going to die here. The fact that you survived isn't your skill. This is just pure luck. The fact that they couldn't shoot you back, that's just bad play from them. So that was the main thing I wanted to say for that. Again, you did a really good pinch, just execution a bit better, okay? So 9:30 now. This is what you were talking about. We finally got to your point of contesting it. Let's go through. Okay, so right now, what were you saying to me? Talk to me.
There we go.
Talk to me.
Because I think my team rotates. I'm last on point getting scrap.
Yep. So it's right now.
I think here I look behind me or I get off a point, and that gives the other dude
good timing.
The green light to push me. Yeah. I just got perfect timing. So I'm thinking like, should I was that correct? Me looking behind me, or should I jump on the bar, waiting for him to push me, and then got the kill?
So has it happened, or you talking about now?
No, yeah, it happens right now.
Okay, so right now you're talking about, okay.
I swear. There you go, yeah.
That?
Like, instead of doing that, I should have jumped on the bar, waited for him to push up, and then would have been a easier kill for me. Or was this like the correct play? Or should I have hopped on the bar?
I see what you're saying. Okay, so again, very minuscule, but it's good to get an understanding of these things. So let's play out. Let's think logically here. So sometimes there's gonna be gunfights where it will come down to percentages, right? You're never gonna go 50-0, like if it's a competitive lobby. So right now, let's hold this angle. So as soon as you see one on the hill right now, you know that he's on your right. You know that he's on your right.
Yeah.
So if somebody now pinches you on your left, if somebody now comes behind you, that means there's two of them here. Realistically, there's only going to be one here. Like realistically, there's normally only one on the scrap time. With 5 seconds left, I think there's only one player. So are you saying, should I have expected someone else? Or are you saying, should I have pre-aimed this guy instead?
I should have pre-aimed this guy instead.
I think right now, you know where he is. So it depends how you want to take the gunfight. Some people would prone and drop shot and do a standing snake. Some people would go round. But I think, yeah, I would agree that you should maybe pre-aim that gunfight. Because you running away here and then turning around, you know he's going to still be there. Like that didn't really work what you did. You either fully commit to running around or you hold the pre-aim. You kind of did both. You see where I'm coming from? If you're going to run away, then fully run away and go for a different angle. Don't just run away and then stop. Because all you did was give him a better timing. Like, think about it. Right now, if you're pre-aiming, you just turned around the same angle, but you're just standing from a worse spot. Like, you kind of just backed away and did the same thing you were going to do, basically. But it's a really small thing. But however, I would say the reason why it's impactful is because now you die middle map, your teammates are now by themselves. So you playing your life is probably more valuable there. What you could have done is as you backed away, hold a pre-aim. Right now, you could have walked backwards. Instead of running forward, why didn't you walk backwards and still pre-aim that? You see, like right now, imagine you're pre-aiming him as you're walking backwards. Because you know he's still on the hill. The hill's still red. And if it gets off the hill, then maybe he's coming you. Does that make sense? Like right now, you're pre-aiming him, just walk backwards. Just walk backwards. Or I would have even said, walk to this area here. Like, as you go off the hill, walk backwards this way, still holding the pre-aim against him, walking backwards to get to this point, because you still want to hold middle map for the next hill. So I guess that would have been a better play. Yeah, I think you kind of were in both minds there. Not the end of the world, but yeah, I can definitely see what you're talking about.
Yeah, because the second I died, I was like, wow, I could have done this, and it would have won that gun.
So I overanalyze a lot, and I think it helps me understand. I think my game awareness is at its peak right now because I overanalyze everything. I know I'm not going to be perfect in the game, but there's some games where my awareness is 99, and I'm like, bro, if I just was shooting better, I would have got like 60 kills. Like I got like a 50 kill hardpoint today in rank play. I was like, bro, I knew every single play. I knew everything that was happening because of my awareness. And when you're shooting well, your awareness carries you. So I would always say rely on your awareness because your gun skill is going to be day to day.
Yeah, and they get better at that.
Yeah, and then you're getting better, man. You're getting better for sure. Even these questions, they're good questions to ask me. They're great questions to ask me because there's little things, but then next time you'll know what the better players. Okay, 12:35. You said breaking into P3 and holding it. When I had the rival and chowed it, I would shoulder it. I would do a sweeping right to left to clean out the whole point instead of just sliding and jumping. What should I have done to break into P1 from mid steps? And same for rotating into P3. I should have stayed on the step. Okay, so it's not about what you're doing. Let's start off and say, what is the situation? What are my opponents doing? What is the scenario right now? So this is really interesting. You played on these steps. Let's go through it together here. So you were the first player in. First of all, they have the rotation here, okay? So they must have the rotation. So I am going to play on what I expect them to have. Their setup is something I expect them to have is something like this, okay? You can work with me. You can tell me a setup that you think. Where do you expect them to be roughly?
P1 and in point.
Okay, so I'm going to say somebody around there. I'm going to say maybe somebody around there. Maybe somebody like that. Something like that. Let's just say after break, okay? I don't know. If they want something else, they can. Let's just say that after break. This is like a good setup for them. They're happy with that, okay? Is that okay for you?
Yeah, yeah.
You going to this side, you have created all you've done is gain this area of map control. You basically said to your team, the enemy is not around this circle. That's everything you've done. Happy with that?
Okay, I understand.
Yeah? Any questions on that?
Nope.
When you're standing there, you're telling your enemies, I have got this area. Until I get into a gunfight, this area, you don't need to worry about. This is why it's important. Because if your teammate does this as well now, if your teammate does the same thing in middle, if your teammate stands right there, before anything happens, he has told your team, just from the minimap, when I am standing here, nobody can come through middle and kill you. If I'm number one right now, if I'm number one, can I die to number 4 in red? Not really. No. If I'm number 1, can this guy kill me? No. He has to go through number 2. So you're simply gaining map control, okay? Now, the problem you have is you can't rely on your teammates to jump up and kill them through the step up. That's basically impossible to do because that's a flat angle. What you can do though is work with your teammates together. Maybe 2 of you go through the right, and as the guy's jumping, maybe he can bait and get information. He can be a little bit of a bait and switch for you, but you are the real damage dealer. Okay? This is a very hard hill to break, but it can work with numbers. So this is the kind of background to it. Let's see what happens here. So you're the first player in. You're the first player in, you're going through. This is fine. So you're holding the angle. Just like I mentioned on TAC maps, This is fine because you're keeping that map pressure. Let's see what happens there. So what was your question? How do I break this? What did I do wrong or right here?
Because I think because I referenced the question before, the P1 break.
Yeah, lies in.
And I was saying,
I hear that.
It would have been better for me to get information, shoulder, and do a whole sweeping motion to clear the point before actually entering it. Like in this situation, I just run at it.
Spot
and I just I get lucky that the dude's on the head glitch instead of being on the couches looking at me.
So what you just said is the paranoid approach that I take. Some people would say, but what, you got the kill, it doesn't matter. I don't like that approach. I think that's stupid because you shouldn't have got the kill. You shouldn't have got the kill. You should have died there. The fact that you got lucky, I don't care about. I want to get you better. I don't want to care about luck, right? So in a normal scenario right now, remember, this is what I think of war. In my head, what is their good setup? What is their godlike setup? This is their setup. They have somebody watching that area. The fact that they didn't have somebody there isn't good play from you. That's just luck. So what you should have done is shouldered it first. As you shouldered it, you would have at least cleared that area. And then you could have done a nice little pinch together because they might not have their optimal setup. So right now, look, you're holding it, you're holding it, you're holding it. When you're holding it, that tells me you're expecting someone to be here. So you're holding it. And then look, you just run. So you've given up your hold. Now, what if he was right there on the head glitch? He's frying you every day of the week. Imagine he's right there, he's frying you. Okay? And that's what it comes down to. You're holding the angle and then you just run for it. Why did you run for it? Because you saw someone on the left. Now, that didn't tell you that there's not more than one person on the hill. You getting tunnel vision by the red dot kind of cost you because there could have been one more there. So even if you preempt this for a second and saw no one else there, then you could have done this play. It's just that extra one little step I want you to start taking of the precaution of what about the other player? Because you go through and get that kill. But again, like I said, what if they were behind you here? Okay?
They could have been behind. Yeah, they could have been on the waterfall, behind the flower pot.
I expect someone to be standing there. And if they're standing there, you die now.
Yep.
And now you get fortunate and you get this kill. As soon as you get this kill, there's only two danger areas you need to watch. Your right and your left there. So you need to chuck a nade at one of them and go to an off angle. You need to buy time for your team to push area. You're just buying time right now, trying to be annoying. You don't have to be Superman. Just buy time, be annoying, and let's see what you actually do here. And they, by the way, he was actually there from earlier, so he just didn't peak in time. So just like we mentioned, that guy from earlier, he didn't peak in time. So I think, I don't want to, oh, this is some weird, like, bro, it's such a, like, weird inception that I'm watching my mod review of you. I don't know what's going on right now. This is the video from before. But does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'm cringing at my own explanation because I'm explaining it in real time and then I'm explaining it in previous time. But yeah, again, bro, you're making the right plays and you're getting quite fortunate. Like 2 times this map, you got fortunate. But the problem is, if you play the same game against a better team and you get unlucky both of those times, then you're going to say, why am I so inconsistent? And that's what consistency is. Doing the basics across a longer period of time. That's all it comes down to. That's really what it comes down to. Okay? Any question on that?
What?
Any question on that?
No, because I think in the Varvy you say like, oh, you know, like you liked how I played slow, like
Yeah, bro. I love how you played slow.
But then you're like, oh, but I hated how like I instantly ran. So you like, oh, finding that perfect spot, and I'm assuming that is what I need to start doing, just like start slowing down, getting information.
You played it slow to gain map. Remember what I said to you? I loved it when you played slow. I loved you doing this. I love this play. But then now, okay, I'm going to make it very simple for you, War. This is how I want it to be. Very, very simple, okay? I want you to do your 25% is this. This is it. This is that one diagram right here. When you're sitting right there, you are getting this much intel. Okay? As you progress slowly, like as you shoulder this, you shouldering this and getting back, you've now, just from that shoulder, you have got this much intel. You see? It's all about the intel you're gathering. Now you know there's a guy right there. Now you know there's a guy right there. Imagine they were both shooting you. What does that tell you? Imagine this, War. There's a guy in the front, you see him shooting. There's a guy here, you see him shooting. That tells your team 3 people are on the hill. So what does that tell them? Go through middle. Middle, go through. 2 of you go through middle, and you guys will have the numbers. And your job then is to distract and buy time. Try shooting them, try chucking nades, try shouldering so that they're distracted on you. And then number 4 and number 2 can then pinch. Now, there could be another scenario where 3 of them are watching this area. And then guess what? It's up to your teammates to shoulder and buy time. You understand that and then pinch around. It all comes down to information. This circle is based on you shouldering. What you did was this. You had information, you had information, you had information. This guy shot. you ride in the hill. But this guy could have easily killed you. It really just comes down to that. Okay?
Okay, yeah.
You're playing it well. You're playing it well. It's just small micro adjustments. I'm not expecting you to be perfect, but these small little mistakes, I can always see, bro. When I, like last year, I did a VOD review for myself. I did 2 VOD reviews a day for a whole year on YouTube. That's how I grew my YouTube. For a whole year, I did 2 VOD reviews on myself. And I had mistake after mistake after mistake. And then I started learning from them. And I would actually read spawns and read plays. I was like, bro, I know so much about the game because I'm VOD reviewing every single day about myself. So these VOD reviews we're doing, even the small mistake, I can spend 20 minutes talking about it because of like, oh, what if, but it helps overall. What were you going to say?
Yeah, because I try to do my own VOD reviews and like all I say is, oh, I could have been here. Oh, I could have been here. I'm not saying, oh, because of this situation, my teammates could have pushed here and then I could have pushed here.
That's what I'm here for, bro.
Because of this kill, this opens up this mini map. Like this.
Sometimes you need it. Sometimes you need a different perspective because if you made it, like if you knew the right play, you would have made it. Sometimes. So like sometimes me telling you stuff is like, oh, I didn't think of that, and that's sometimes you need that to unlock that thinking. And once you have that, you start to use it. Like now, you're not going to jump. You're not going to dolphin dive into a hill without map control. I know you're not going to do that now because you know that was a weird play. You said 33 minutes, same point on, if instead of sprinting, I should be aimed in and doing a sweeping motion to clear area. So you've asked the same question 3 times in different perspectives, which shows it's a common mistake, which is great. Yeah. Which is perfect.
Because like the second I put that in my head, like, oh, I should do a sweep motion.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the second I saw the gameplay, I'm like,
oh, I should really do a sweep motion. There you go. That's perfect. That's perfect. So is it right here on this area around the corner?
I don't think so.
It's 33 minutes. So I think so.
How much time is left on point? Maybe. Because I remember, because I remember it's for a P4.
Are you sure?
But because I don't put exact seconds, right?
This one is oh, okay, maybe it's the next hill. Okay, fair enough. This one is 33 minutes and the next one is 33:30. You said same point on if maybe okay. Let's just play out and see. Let me know if you can see anything. You said same point on if instead of sprinting, I should be aimed in and doing a sweep motion. Things I don't know what time you're referring to. That's the only thing. I think it's here. I think it's here because you
I just spawned in.
Yeah, no, because on the timestamp you said 33:30, which is now. So I think you maybe want them together. So let's see what it is. Oh yeah, because you said I could have got a kill if I did a sweep motion instead of jumping. So I think it's now. I think it's now.
All right.
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah, because I died from here.
Okay, let's see what goes on here.
I die right here from the back.
Oh, I remember. Okay. This comes down to timing. There's a few things that go wrong. This is a weird one. This is a very weird one. It really comes down to timing and what's picked up right now.
I think this is the life after this one. Okay. I think it's for me breaching, I think.
It's for me breaching a point. So right now, by the way, in terms of the hill, I don't like where your teammate is. I don't like where your teammate is.
I was so mad when I died here. I was so mad when I died
so for me, I've got a few thoughts. I don't like where your teammate is because if they're not there, if they're not on that hill, they are pushing through middle and they are going to progress through the back of your spawn. The fact that no one's on this hill and they've not been there for 10 seconds, that tells me all 4 of them are going through middle or the far right and they're going to go for your spawn. Okay, you happy with me on that point 1? I think, right, the way I'm looking at this personally is saying, like, you guys are basically leaving your teammates in a 2v4. Right now, you're going to P3. So, like, there's 2 spawn points. One spawn point is going to be, well, we're on P2 right now, remember. The spawns are P2 spawns I'm referring to. One's right there, and one's right there, okay? So, as we go into P3 right now, this is your current setup. You're watching this middle area from here. Your teammate's sitting right there. And then you have 2 more people. Where are they? They're kind of at the back. So one looks like he's right, maybe like there, and maybe one like there, something like that. We have no information. You have no information of where the enemies are. You've had no gunfights for 10 seconds. For me, if they haven't pushed this hill in the last 10 seconds, they're not going to push it then. They're not going to push it. Let's see when the kills went on. Like right now, you see like right now, you guys get 2. I think personally, your teammate right now, I see why he did it. Honestly, I'm just trying to think how this guy got through. This is a really weird one, man. This is a really strange one.
No, because I think in the cocktail he went through
this area, right? When you went round.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this was just perfect timing.
So did he go through when you spawned up and went round, right?
Yeah, like the second, like if I was there 1 second faster.
Yeah, I see. You know what? You actually made a little bit of a delayed play. I'll show you what you did wrong here. Not wrong, but even well, what you could have done to like avoid that. Look at this. You know you need to watch middle right now, yeah? So you're going through. Now, one thing in hindsight, being really picky, you could have stunned middle while you go across. In hindsight, being really picky, but I don't think you need to do that. I
could have jumped the hop up.
Right now, the trophy system, and then pre-aiming this. This right here, this extra second or two, that. You don't need to do that. You know that your teammate's got that. You know you need to go to these steps as quick as possible. Again, I'm being really, really, really picky and really critical here. But right now, get to that point where you want to be and put the... First of all, the trophy here isn't a good trophy. It's a terrible trophy because if they chuck a Semtex on that wall there, they're going to kill you. Where you're going to be standing is at this ledge. So your trophy should be closer to your ledge. I don't think that's going to stop it.
My trophy system kills me. And like, somebody throws a nade at me, my trophy system destroys it, and then it does damage to me, and I die.
All right, fair enough. But even right now, look, you see what J Rules has got? You, again, I'm being really picky, but you standing here watching over those 1 or 2 seconds, maybe could have stopped it. But again, being really picky here, I think that's just unlucky, man. I think it's unlucky timing. Yeah. It's just one of those. You can just take that one on the chin. It's very, very unlikely to happen. It may be 1 in 50. But that timing is crazy. His timing is crazy. Like, I think he actually must have went through the second you didn't look there. So now you go across, and he ends up behind you, and you get really unlucky. So yeah, I don't think that was anyone's fault, but it happens. Let's see what you could have done the next one. So you said could have gotten killed if I did a sweeping motion instead of jumping. So is it breaking the hill?
No, it was when we die.
Is it right now you're talking about, yeah?
Yeah. We pushed through long.
Oh, War, I'm going to get pissed off. No, War. This is terrible. I remember this was an awful play from all of you, War. I was so pissed off.
I understand. I heard.
Okay, let's go through it then. Oh, War, you're making me relive this, War. This is terrible. War, how many times? We've been coaching for over a year almost. What is this in your hand? What is this, right? I can't see. What?
I swear we use them.
Chat, I don't know if he's lying to me, but I can see number 1 right there. When you're breaking a point, that shit needs to be throwing, bro. Throwing. You guys are scrimming. How many trophies are you guys allowed? Or tournament, whatever this is. How many trophies are you guys allowed? Or was this rank play? No, it's not.
This is
this is a scrim. How many trophies are you guys allowed?
2, 3. That we're not 2, 3. 2 or 3.
In rank play, I say it's important because it's 4 trophies, and I still say it's important. The fact that you guys don't have 4 trophies, the fact that there's less trophies, it's even more important. When you're breaking a hill, your first thought should be equipment. First thought, before anything. But let's play it out and see what happens there. And this comes down to, again, timing. So right now, you guys need to set up a pinch like I kind of went through that in detail in the TAC review. And the thing, but let's see what happens there, what your question was.
Yeah, because watching is like, instead of if I just shouldered, I would have got all these kills.
First of all, I love the fact that you shot your trophy. That was a really good play from you. First of all, second of all, you get this guy 1 shot. So when you shoot this trophy, hopefully my thing just plays it out here. I think this is the last one. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do really quickly. I don't like that I keep pausing it and the thing. Who's saying that? I'm ready. Was that a teammate? So this is 163. This is just before, right? You still with me, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Just check it. Yeah, so this is just before. I'll do it through this one, the fresh gameplay, because we know what point you're talking about at least. I think it was around here.
Right here.
Yes, yeah. Perfect.
Oh.
So, again, bro, this is fine. Listen, in the game, it's hard to do this in coordinate, bro. It's really difficult. But yeah, you go through. So right there, is that the first death? Let's back away.
Like there, because I feel like because I'm the third person, I try to shove myself into the gunfight, and I think that's why that's a good.
Well, let's start with the first death. Let's go with the first death because we didn't cover this first death. So right now you're going through it again. I think you guys should set up a 2-2 pinch. I think it's a bit easier, but that's fine. Second thing is your equipment. Great cover fire, and you shoot the trophy. So for me, perfect play by the way. Right now I would say chuck a stun and nade over this. Chuck a stun and nade over that. As you're going through, I can see Octi gets 1, so I can see your thought process here. But again, for me, it's just one of those where let's play it out. Let's play it out, then we'll talk about it. Let's play it out, then we'll talk about it. Because I don't hate it. There's a few small details here.
A better play could have been done.
Oh, that was terrible. I thought it was, I forgot you slid out of that. Right now, I actually think you played it well, And I think your teammates kind of trolled. I actually think you played it well in being patient. No. Then it was all your fault.
Never mind.
At the start, like right now, you watching the cross is such a smart play because just like we spoke about earlier, crossfires, right? Remember crossfires? We speak about this earlier. You're doing a great job here because your teammate's going to the left and you're watching over. So fantastic play, fantastic play. You made this guy one shot, and then you get this guy, you get rid of the trophy. Brilliant play. What do you need to do right now? You need to chuck a stun over. Let's focus on this first guy. Chuck a stun. Cook a frag, hold it for a second, cook it, land it on his head. You got rid of the first guy. Perfect. At this time, your teammate's pinching through. You guys should now be 3v3, okay? If you chucked your equipment, that's perfect. Now, you're going across. The fact that you went to the left here was such a good play, was so smart of you, because now you're isolated from this guy, and you're worrying just about this area here. Perfect play. At this point, your teammate dies. So again, it all comes down to, okay, where is he now? We know where he is. He's on that thing. So I'm gonna peek up. I'm gonna make him one shot. Great. I get him one shot. In this scenario, all you needed to do was stand right there. You know exactly where he is, but you running out, if I pause it right now, you are more than likely going to die here, in my opinion. You're more than likely going to die here because you're just like as he's going to shoot you basically and already see you. But again, I'm being really picky here, bro. In the moment, I understand it's a fast thing, man. So don't think about it too bad. I don't think, oh, I played a terrible play. I don't think it was that bad. I think in the moment, I understand why you did it. For me, it's just looking back at it. When you have time to look back at it, your teammate is on the right playing his life. I would have just preferred this patient play you're making now. It was working. You weren't getting the kills, but you were getting the damage off. You were getting the damage off. You were buying time and you were doing enough. Like, you've got such a big lead here. Just make it mixy. Get 1 or 2 kills there. I don't think you need to overcommit. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Like right now, look, you're playing well, bro.
If I did the sweeping motion instead of jumping out, I would have killed him.
Exactly.
I probably would have played my life so that I would have contested point. So making that dude push me, and then my teammates could have pushed up and killed them. And then we would have gotten the last 30.
But in the past, you would have died here. You would have maybe died in this first scenario. The fact that you played this, I would say perfectly, and then died at the end, that's what I'm saying. You're making really good progress. Like, think about what you did now. Well, this for me is such a good play. Everything is perfect. And then it's now great play again, great play again, great play again. And then you got a bit over aggressive. You see where I'm coming from? It wasn't like straight away spawn and run. Where I think Bo, not to throw him under the bus, I think his problem is getting really aggressive off the start. If he can, like what you did there was really good, and then you did a Bo. You've got to put him under the bus there. But again, it works with your trading. It works if you're trading, but right now when you're by yourself, it's a little bit difficult to do.
Okay.
So right now, again, Bo right there, if he just plays his life, that's what I mean by Bo as well. He's such a good player. He should just play his life now and buy time for you to make some damage. Like, play your life and get a kill right now. He doesn't need to over peak it if he's weak here. Like, just play his life, wait for you to go at the crossfire, because now he's dead and you run in. Look at that. Now you go through, you die as well, and now you guys are 3v1. Okay? Let's see how you guys break this just to finish this one off. So again, 3v1, and then same thing. You just go in, no equipment throwing, and no, like, think about what we just did last time.
This one I just ran in.
Yeah, but think about what you did last time. What did you do so well? What did you do so well is you slid to the left, and you created a different angle so that he couldn't just shoot you. Because think about it, they're going to be pre-aiming this. This is their pre-aim right now. This area here that I've marked is where they're going to be pre-aiming, because that's the closest area for you guys to push, okay? The problem you have is if you get into that area, if you get into this pre-aim right there, look at right there, right here. If you get into, this is where I marked right here. If you get into this spot here, they're going to be pre-aiming you. But if you went to this spot, you're stretching his aim to the right, and then your teammate stands right here, and you're 2v1. You see? It's about creating the angles for yourself. Because you could have stretched the map there, and then your teammate could have come through here, and you guys could have maybe got away with that. Okay? And it comes all down to timing, and then we go through what happened later. I think that was all your questions. Did you have anything else?
Is that all the the
on the list? That was that's everything on the list.
Yeah, because after watching this whole thing, I'm like, wow. I think also breaking into P4 when like Jay and I broke into P4 together and we both died by the one dude that you said should have been on statue.
Oh, when we went through at the start.
Yeah. I was like, even if I did the sweeping motion there, it would have worked too. If I done the sweeping motion there.
For sure.
Instead of just running in.
The fact that you have a name for it, like the sweeping motion, is really good, because in your head, you're always going to refer to that, right? I have a lot of stuff like, for me, for example, like pre-aiming head glitches. That's how I like to call it, pre-aiming head glitches, because it makes me remember pre-aim the head glitches every time I'm about to enter an area, pre-aim the head glitch in the popular spots, and it narrows my chances of losing the gunfight. For you, if you just think to yourself sweeping motion, you know, if your teammate's in front of you, watch over them. I like to call it sentry gun, whatever you want to call it. For me, it's like being a sentry gun is like sweeping. Like, you see where I'm coming from with a sentry gun? Like, you're basically watching over your teammate and you're being a turret. Someone like Octane, think about Octane. His name was the human turret because he did that role really well. he would hold angles and hold those popular cuts really, really well. Yeah, overall, bro, I think you played really well. I think you're progressing really good as a team. There's just a few little details that, again, happens in the moment. Completely understand it. Thing is, even when I'm breaking down pro VOD reviews, I see little mistakes because it's not about knowing the mistakes, it's about executing it. And it happens all the time, bro. When you're playing COD at the fastest level, you're going to make small mistakes. The more you identify them, the more you...
What happened? Might cut out.
Yeah, I think I cut off. I think we're good now. Yeah, I say, bro, the more you work on those little mistakes, the more you kind of, the more you'll be in rhythm for sure, bro. The more you'll be in rhythm for sure. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end that. Yeah, go on, Carol, bro.
No, like, cause I want to try to learn this now, or try to, you know, like have the building blocks now for when getting into BO6. I could just learn about the game, learn about the maps, learn about the spawns, headies.
No, for sure, bro.
Simple stuff.
For sure. I'm gonna end the YouTube video, and then I'm going to we can carry on if you have any more questions, okay? I'm just gonna end the YouTube. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was an hour of VOD review out of nowhere. Didn't even know we were gonna do that, but the boy War, we need to get him to his level. YouTube, show some love to the boy War. Anything you want to say to YouTube or Twitch?
Leave a like and subscribe.
Hey, what a go, bro. Hey, YouTube, catch us all tomorrow. Peace.